Hey guys, eBilly99 here. The great and powerful laws compels you. Yeah, I got this question from Sugar Nut. Her name fits quite well. Question 1. If you define yourself as an atheist simply because you believe that Christians or theists cannot provide you with proper evidence, yet Christians do provide not only the Word of God, but archaeological evidence as well as scientific evidence to back their claim, yet you as an atheist deny this evidence simply because you say you rely only on certain scientists and philosophers as a source of truth, then what are you saying is that anyone who proves you wrong with tangible evidence is automatically a liar. All men who wrote or backed the Bible are liars. Not all scientists and philosophers are not. Okay, first let's define something. I don't think anyone in the Bible is claiming that these guys were liars. They honestly believed what they wrote down, at least for the majority. Or at least as a philosophy point of view, which is not a lie. Why do we believe science over Bible? Because science works. You know, if somebody told me that running electricity counterclockwise around a magnet would move a motor, I would say you're full of beans. But when they show me that you run a current around a magnet to move a motor, I gotta believe them. So until science provides evidence for what they say, you can take it with a grain of salt. Fortunately, scientists do prove what they are saying. About the archaeological claims, we could take this a step further and say because Harry Potter is established in England and cities do exist from which he states, and there is a 9 3/4 sign in a certain subway, therefore Harry Potter must be right. You see the contradiction of logic there. But let's continue. Question number 2. If you were to look at the combined total amount of knowledge that could possibly be attained throughout history of mankind, including anything from 2,000 spoken dialects and words, learning every form of martial arts, how to be a brain surgeon, a rocket scientist, quantum physics, etc., all of everything a human could possibly know collectively is 100% knowledge, would it be safe to assume that not one human on this planet, even a genius of this world, would even attain 2% of this total knowledge? You're probably right, so what's your point? So what makes you think you know for certain that God doesn't exist in that other 98% of knowledge that you do not obtain? Oh, facepalm. Epic fail. No atheist is certain God does not exist. Well, we can be fairly certain the God of the Bible does not exist, or at least not the ways he's portrayed. We don't need to prove that God does not exist. That is trying to prove a negative. Even if we could obtain every piece of knowledge possible, that doesn't mean we could absolutely prove God does not exist. You can't prove a negative. You can't prove that pink butterflies have never lived on another planet. Even if you were to search all the planets at all times, if you had ever missed even one moment, you could not prove pink butterflies ever lived on another planet. However, what we can say is that all these gods are failing. All these gods are logically unsound. And while they might exist in the very narrowest of senses, it would be moronic for us to believe these gods without sufficient evidence. We do not believe in aliens because evidence has not been shown for aliens. We do not believe in a teapot flying around Mars because we do not have sufficient evidence for a teapot flying around Mars. So until evidence is shown, we can be safe in not saying there is no God, but you haven't shown us evidence for a God. The 100% knowledge actually works reverse. You have to be 100% sure God does exist, not vice versa. Let's see if there's any more questions. The truth is, you define yourself as an atheist because it excuses your sinful lifestyle and your overinflated egos. You will not accept any evidence that proves you to be a fool, so you make up new excuses to remove yourself from accountability and truth. As long as you can do that, you want without hurting anyone else, and you do your best to be a good person in society, then who needs religion or Jesus? If you believe that, then you aren't an atheist. I'm not an atheist? Okay. Well, good, because I don't believe that. But let's see what it says. Okay, what does it say? Wake up, stop acting like you know everything. We don't. Stop denying the obvious truth. We don't. Stop believing in deceitful men who are played to brainwash you into believing anything but Jesus. Stop your heathenistic lifestyle. Stop lying to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna tackle these once at a time. Once at a time. Maybe I'll do it thrice at a time too. I don't know. Okay, stop acting like you know everything. We don't. We don't. Where's Perry? No, we don't act like we know everything. But that's the ironic part. You do. You act like everything is in the Bible, written between 4 to 2,000 years ago. Yeah. Stop denying the obvious truth. Okay, it is butter. I get it. I can't believe it's not butter because it is butter. That's the obvious truth, people. Butter is butter. Stop believing in deceitful men who are paid to brainwash you into believing anything but Jesus. Yet Jesus was a man who could be put in that deceitful part if you're saying all men are deceitful. But saying Jesus never wrote anything about himself, you're still saying that the people who wrote about Jesus. Stop your heathenistic lifestyle. Dang. Okay, girls. Yeah. I'm sorry. We can't have that orgy. No. I'm sorry. He just told me to stop. Look, most atheists are just as moral, if not more so, than any Christian. It's just we choose not to parade it around like a badge. You know, we are who we are, and we understand that we have problems. Stop lying to yourself. Isn't that like stop denying the obvious truth? But again, butter is butter. Parquet is butter. It's not margarine. Okay, we stop. Everybody, it is butter. Stop saying you can't believe it's not butter, because it is butter, okay? This is what the Christians are mad about, is about the whole butter thing. Let's see if we have anything else. No, okay, the last, know the truth, know Jesus. You know what? I could go something better. Know the truth. There is no Jesus. Or at least no Jesus, the Christ, the Son of the God, who evidently thought it was okay to kill millions of people, but he still loves you. Until you provide proof and evidence that theism is accurate and correct. No, I'm not going to go there. But until you get your heads wedged out of your butt as far as it is, we're going to believe what we believe, and you can get over it. Or, sorry, the True Puka, I gotta say this. Pet the kitty.